traveling a little behind schedule. Went to sleep at 4 a.m. finishing that video. That's okay. I usually try to arrive 15 minutes earlier when I have specific meetings and stuff. But here, I'll just be 5 minutes earlier. Good enough. Well, at least that one was kind of fun. It's always interesting in some ways that you try to guess basically what company it is. I think I know which one it was. Kind of random note just for my Rutgers. Yesterday, last night, I actually saw a shooting star. I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. Does that mean anything? The science world for you guys again. Time to head out of the busy city area. I was reading the message and emails you guys sent me, and some of them are actually really interesting to talk about in regards to things like the drones. Even things with two commercial people with completely different views, it seems like. I think that's actually necessary. But for today, I think it'll be more of an artistic talk because I'm basically submitting that drone video for the contest. At the same time, I even said myself, I feel in many ways, in terms of things like hysteria with tech and all that, I think the general public needs to be educated, and one of them is through things the drone videos, just showing how people use them in everyday life. I mean, not the sensational stuff that's shown in the media and stuff for the most part, or in movies. People using them to spy, weapons coming out of them. So hopefully stuff like this, it encourages people to talk about it with an open mind as opposed to just fearing what they don't understand. So I guess to start, how about we watch the video in general? I know for some of you guys that have been following me for a while, a lot of, obviously, you've seen some of the clips before, but it's me basically trying to express it in an artistic way, and at the same time trying to meet the guidelines of what that competition said. So I'll talk a bit about it more. First, let's see the video here. Here you guys go.
I often look for new perspectives in life, literally and figuratively. Some days it can seem impossible. I always remember it's not just for me, and there's always someone else helping to guide me. It's a matter of when. The beam of the light. The sounds of the birds. This tells me that change is coming. How will things grow? Where should I go? What will awaken at these times? What will I see? This is where you brought me. With an open mind, I'll wait and see. I see the sunlight getting stronger. That means change is coming, and it won't last much longer. Everything is different now. Everything is calm. I need time to reflect. Should I travel to this place? What do you think is in the base? It can be a mystery, but there is always so much history. What if I soar through the skies? What will I see with my eyes? These perspectives aren't just for me. I capture them for all to see.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I always wonder, like, when I make like videos like that, whether or not what I'm expressing and what I'm feeling comes across to other people as well. For this contest though, one thing that kind of confused me at first was whether or not is this like a drone video contest or is it more like a storytelling contest? Because when I first read about this contest, it said like drone video, so I would assume like, okay, well, drone video just show like shots of the great landscapes and all that. But when I saw like the promotional videos, it's all storytelling. Like people saying what their lifestyle is like, where they go, why. So it made me wonder, like, is that what I'm supposed to do? Like tell like a story, for example? Like I usually do that. I try to do that anyways, like with the videos I make. But then with this one, I thought I had to specifically do that. Alright, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to talk about, I guess, my creative process and thought of that. I mean, this is the 200th vlog when I'm thinking about it, and there was actually a lot of influence, which I'll get to that in a bit. But what I was trying to portray generally in terms of my story was just how I use, like, you know, the drone in my life personally. Like for me, it's just a camera for the most part, like just like say this, but it gives me like the perspectives that I can't normally get. At the same time, I don't always plan for everything, which is why I want it, like something portable, and I always look for different signs or messages. Like in the beginning, I talk about perspective, like in that video. And actually, I think most people, when they hear perspective and they see, like, say, like an animal or something, like I'm talking about, okay, it's nature, like you're talking about that. But in reality, actually, the perspective was like almost everything in my life. It could be things like the weather, the nature, like the animals or whatever. But at the same time, like people here, like you guys watching, you guys actually gave me comments saying like, you like this, you like that, you want to see this. So that actually gives me like inspiration to kind of go up there and, you know, capture it. Yes, even for all you guys that say you like to see ducks and all that. That's why I had like animals and stuff there too, kind of have like the all full variety of it. That's what I wonder actually, if people actually get that when I say like perspective, because even like in the end I say I capture it like for like everyone to see. So I wonder if people actually get that when they watch it, or they still think like, you know, it's more like a symbolic thing. Oh, you mean like nature, listening to like this and that. Or as well, like things saying like it's for all to see, like that even includes people like say for some reason anti-drone tech, like they just fear it, for example. So my hope is, you know, sharing stuff like that actually opens up their mind too, so you can see, you know, the real people behind it, how they use it and all that. Are they trying to guide me? When it came to editing the footage, it actually came kind of natural, because some of them actually had a similar type of sequence that I already like edited before, but I had to change it around a little bit just to kind of adapt to the theme. And as I was watching, I was actually debating, because again, it was a storytelling. I was like, okay, I get it personally because I'm the one that shot it, so I know, like, you know, what I was feeling when I filmed it and all that. But would people know that? Like, even for people here, like, I don't think you've necessarily seen everything unless you've actually been following me like since day one. So I was debating like, okay, should I like put a voiceover on this? And that's actually what I decided to do. And the funny thing is, trying to write out what to say, because I wanted to do it in as many, or as less words as possible. I was trying to think like, how do I express this? And funny enough, a lot of the words actually came out, like they started rhyming. I'm like, that's interesting. Can you believe in many ways writing that out, like just trying to get that out of my head, like just the words and, you know, recording the audio actually took almost just as long as editing itself? To me, it's kind of like crazy in that sense. I was even thinking of a couple of things, technically speaking, just in terms of, I guess, filming footage and all that. Because even in the beginning, as you guys know, like for the people that have been around like since the beginning, at first I was just flying the Mavic Pro, just trying to learn how to fly, capturing it, not worrying about it being like perfect or anything like that. And I think you can even notice like in some of the shots, like holy cow, like this is so overexposed and all that, but whatever, like at least I got the shot. Like I think that's the important thing too, like when you're flying for fun and you're just starting out. It relates in many ways too with like, hey, what kind of drone should you buy? Like in my opinion, it's which one are you actually going to bring with you and actually like capture and all that. Because for me, like obviously I don't have like a super industrial one that does like, you know, has such an awesome camera and all that. Like even though the Mavic one's good, like obviously the bigger ones like the Inspire is better. But at the same time, like how about those moments where you just don't know things happen? Like actually that big sunlight video, the one with the snow and all that, that was actually a complete accident. If you guys remember in one of my vlogs, it was completely raining that day and all of a sudden the sun came up, like let's bring this up. I know one of the questions or thoughts before for people many times why they don't do it too is they said they don't have a fast enough computer. Do you guys know what kind of computer I use? I mean, just for the processor alone, I use like a Core i5 2500K. That came out like back in 2011, so in no way am I using like a top of the line computer. I mean, I don't even have a 4K monitor display, so I can't even actually see like how good it is. For example, in 4K, I actually relied on people that do have the 4K to tell me. One thing I was thinking of was the footage that I captured in general. I mean, it's a little unfortunate that I couldn't capture like a lot of stuff that I wanted to, just due to the interim laws that came out. It basically restricted me from flying anywhere, if you guys remember. Like in the beginning I was flying it every day, then all of a sudden it's gone. And then you guys had to stick with me as we tried to convince like the government and all that, saying these laws are ridiculous. And then I was able to like fly again afterwards. I already knew beforehand, like where I live here, like in BC, there's actually a lot of great places to film when it comes to like mountains, scenery, and nature and all that stuff. Because even when I was looking at some videos like from other people, it seemed like a lot of times it was either one or the other. Like it's all landscape shots or it's like one dedicated animal one. And like even when I was thinking back, like for me, what I was trying to express is again, like I can see so many things. It kind of makes me think it's a little unfortunate like if people like myself can't fly it like just for fun to capture moments like that. So I hope that's something that people realize too, you know, like the people that can't see the benefit of it. I mean, there's so many places here to capture like great stuff like that, and I feel personally, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a lot of people who don't live in the same place I do. Maybe the things that I see every day are completely new to them. So why can't I be able to capture it and, you know, share it with the world? If they want to be able to, you know, enjoy it, it makes them happy, why not? But one thing about the drone safety side, it is a little weird because is it true like there's supposed to be a statistic where something like in the US, like the whole population of California is almost as much as like Canada in general? Like that's kind of weird like when you think about it in terms of the population and density, yet we're so afraid here of like a drone technology, of like crashing into things and all that. We have like probably one of the most vast amount of space to capture the drone footage. But it's fun looking back, even at the vlog 100, seeing that I couldn't even fly the drone and now like I could, and now who knows what can happen now. Maybe I won't be able to fly it again, but you know, I'll do whatever the journey takes me. Who knows what will happen. And thanks again for everyone who continues to support me and everything like that, giving me the information or telling me like what you want to see. I mean, it helps. I mean, you guys were a big influence too of what I created here with this. And hopefully I'll try to submit everything tonight in the SkyPixel. Hopefully I'll have the link below because I believe there's supposed to be like a voting process too. So there's actually multiple ways for people, I guess, to win. One's based on like user votes and other one's by the judges. And again, it might sound weird for like the new people or whatever, but for me, I'm actually more interested in the sunglasses to replace the ones that I lost like during that hike. Because these ones, again, I can't really see that well. Like in terms of like the brightness and the contrast, it looks so rainbowy and all that. Would you guys believe those sunglasses are actually one of the reasons I haven't been going to as many hikes or whatever? Because that's actually a reason, because I can't see that well. So I was like, okay, I better wait until I get stuff like this. Like, it's not the only reason, but it's a factor. I mean, like usual, usually when it comes to like going to those like places and all that, just comes to things like time and resources. So who knows? Maybe I'll get something out of it. If not, like I did it for fun, but the more resources and stuff I have, the more stuff I'll get to do. Either way, I hope the video helps to like, you know, open up people's minds too. People that are afraid of drones. Hopefully I help to convey like a message that, you know, it's not scary. People use it in different ways, just like any other tech. And I'm hoping people just get away from that little tech phobia hump. Hope you guys enjoy it. And again, I'll have the link and stuff below, hopefully like by the time I get this video done and so forth. Anyways, see you guys later.